Hi, it's Mary Claire of Mystics by the Sea, and today I thought I would just do, I don't know, just to see what the collective needs to hear. Okay, it's not for this week or next week. It's just kind of where everyone is in their life, in the in this present snapshot moment as you're watching this, and possibly what questions you have put out into the universe that this may answer for you or give you some clarity and give you some guidance, because really that's what tarot is. Tarot isn't predictions. It's not predicting the future. It's not fortune telling. I believe in, God has given us all free will, and that is where our decisions and should come from as far as how we create our path. And free will is the very thing that creates our future. So, what you choose today will create your tomorrow. So I always say you take every day as it comes, you take each decision as it comes, and you really do go from there. Sometimes you just have to sit with what feels right. A lot of times we want to reason and logic out the answer. So we're always up here in our heads. But in reality, we should create our life from in here. Okay? What feels right? If you don't have peace about something, chances are then that is a big no. There was something that was going on in my life a year ago. And we were definitely, this was the way, this was the direction that we were going to go in. We had it all figured out. Every night I would go to bed and I would just literally be awake half the night thinking, something isn't right. I don't know how this is going to work. I just had this knot in my stomach for weeks. And then one day, my husband came up with, what if we do? And whoosh, that feeling was gone. That angst, that anxiety, that I just call it like a flip of the stomach. It was gone. I felt peace. I felt calm. I said to my husband, bingo. That this is the way that we should be going. So there were delays in that, and when we were thinking of that other direction, there were a lot of delays and setbacks, and I really do believe that everything happens for a reason. And so when delays and setbacks occur, I don't challenge them and I don't give them much thought, because I know there's always a reason that is happening. It's all about the timing. So when my husband finally, came up with this other idea, it was perfect. It was peaceful. And boy, let me tell you, once we made that decision, it was like boom, 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 boom. Everything fell right into place. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that it didn't take work to get there, because it did. Once we made the decision, then we had to go through the motions to create what it was that we were trying to create. And, fast forward to today, it is done. Okay. It is done. It has happened, and it worked out so much better than we ever even anticipated it to. So it is a feeling that we have to feel. Sometimes we want to make the decisions up here. Yes, we have to think things through. Okay, we have to create, we have to think. But then as far as the direction, yes, no, maybe so, that comes from that gut feeling. That feeling of either anxiety, that probably not, or peace. It's like, that just feels right. Okay? All right, so the cards that I pulled today, that's how I want you to try to feel them out for yourself. Don't try to reason and logic. All right? So hear what I have to say. If it applies to your life in any way, if it doesn't, move on. But I can guarantee you there are some people that it will resonate with. Okay? All right. So what does everyone, or those that need it, need to know? It's about really structuring your life. It's about taking your life and taking responsibility for it. Whatever it is that you want to do, take responsibility for it. Be the adult in the room and make it happen. Okay? There's something here about needing to structure and build it, but structure and build it from the ground up. So it's about building a strong foundation. Okay? I have this saying that I'm sure everybody's heard me say, fast and fragile or slow and steady. Fast and fragile, it cannot sustain, and eventually it will crumble. Slow and steady will create a strong, sturdy, secure foundation to build off of. Okay? All right. I feel like those that are questioning if they have what they need, yes, you do. It's like ready to take that next step. You just have to look forward and try to figure out how you want to do it. But as far as, oh, I don't have the money, or, oh, I don't have this or that, how am I going to make that happen? There's a way, because what you have done up to this point has been what you needed to do. And it's gave you like a cushy nest egg. It's given you a secure foundation to build off of. So the question for you is now, how do you want to proceed, make decisions to get you to what your vision is down the road? All right. It's like when someone's looking to retire, and it's like, okay, I have the pension, I have the insurance, I have this, that. It's like you have the resources, you have created, and you have accumulated everything that you need. You're independently resourceful. You can make it happen. Now you just have to go through the steps, the motions. And I always feel whenever I'm feeling this, is like the universe is going to give you the answers as the time is right. Okay? You're only going to be given what you need to know for today. Okay. All right. So it's about a balance. It's about a moderation and intermingling. And here I am about, using your head. All right. So this is about moving forward with your ideas, but don't overthink it. Just know that you will figure out the way. Sometimes we reason and logic ourselves right out of something. Okay. And, so you just have to be careful of that. And you cannot be afraid. Remember I said, it took a lot of work to get to where we ended up, where we wanted to be. It took a lot of work after that decision was made. That's kind of what I'm seeing here now. It's like, don't be afraid to put in the work to move forward. It's like overcoming adversities through sheer willpower and force. Okay? This is about creating what you envision. This is about never giving up hope, figuring out those different pathways to get you to ultimately where you want to be. And I'm talking like down the road, where your whole life comes to a culmination. Okay? And it is about, and I feel like with some people, you're here because of difficulties. It could be somebody passed. It could be an illness, a sickness, or it could just be a very traumatic kind of upheaval that happened in your life. And life is never going to be what it was. And it's now learning how to create where you're going next, to take the old and integrate it with the present to create the tomorrow. It's about integration. It's about blending. It's about taking your feelings and emotions, and maybe what once you had back here that gives you that, you no longer have. So you're trying to create and blend into where you're going. I see success here if you let go, okay? If you let go of what you cannot control. These are not good endings. So whatever is happening right now, or has happened, or will be, or what you need to kind of embrace is, you can't change the situation. You can't change people. You can't change the situation. But what you can change is your reaction to it and how you proceed to move forward in it. A lot of times this card will come if somebody's been in a relationship and they've just been trying and trying to help, or they've been in a very difficult relationship and they've just bent over backwards to try to make it better and to try to make it work. And you're finally going to come to the point where, you know what? This is happening to me. This is what is being done to me. And it is out of my control. He or she is not going to change. The situation is not going to change. So you need to embrace it, let it end, and there are new beginnings on the horizon with this card. There's a blessing in this. So the sooner you embrace it and let it go, walk away. Just walk away from what it does to you mentally. You know, people are probably going to say, good for you, it's about time. All right, or whatever this is, even if it is something that you want to start, okay? This is telling you that what you are kind of beating your head up against the wall now with, you may have to reroute some thoughts and ideas to where you need to be. But this is triumph and victory. So there is that potential. This is someone who's carrying around that victory wreath, okay? All the hard work. You have made it. You have accomplished what you have set out to do. People are going to notice it. People are going to see it. Some of them, but the majority of them, are going to be very happy for you. And then there's going to be others that, there's always that little bit of jealousy and envy with him too. Okay? What do you need to work as a group? Collaborative. This is group networking, learning, gaining skill, gaining a craft, practicing, experience. All right? This is about communication. So are you taking a class? And I don't mean like, it doesn't have to be a formal education class. This could be something that you are learning, whether it be, I don't know, any kind of skill that you want to develop, all right? Anything in work, if you're doing a new program, working collaboratively, working in a group setting. This is about learning how to work with others, cooperation. This is about networking. Everybody learning how to work together, everybody's opinions being important, everybody's ideas being taken into consideration. But this is also a card of experience, and eventually now that you are learning and that you are working with others on and creating, you could be teaching it someday. You could be that leader, so to speak, okay? Because 3 is the number of socialization, communication, others, collaborations, teaching. Teaching is huge with the number 3. Words are very strong, okay? So there's a lot of communication and working together. And I always say, first we have to learn to be under authority before we could be in authority. And a lot of times that's what this card does represent. Okay? So there is your tarot card pull. I do have my other deck out here, my character deck. So I am just going to pull a card on the tools that you need. And I want to pull this one, glasses. What do you need to see? Okay, this is about perspective, clarity. What do you need to see? What needs to be made clear? What do you need? Because glasses to me are like something you need, the tools that you need to see clearly. So there's something here, some sort of tool, all right, some sort of glasses that you need to put on in order to see clearly. And I feel that you will. I really do feel that you will. This card jumped out. Look in the mirror, do you need to see yourself? Look in the mirror. A lot of times what we project out into the world and as a, what you project onto others is actually, you need to look in the mirror. The very things that you think about other people, that you say about other people, look in the mirror. It all starts, just like Michael Jackson said, that man in the mirror, okay? So what do you need to see? Look at yourself in order to find that. And when I say look in the mirror, that is like self-discovery. That is self-discovery. It's like a journey of self. It's an awareness that you learn about you, okay? I'm going to pull one more card on the characters. Watchdog, keep on the lookout. Watchdog, okay? Keep on the lookout for what you need. What you need to see, what you need to face, okay? Maybe that watchdog is like watching you too. Maybe it's watching you too. I'm going to pull one more because I have the places. So what places, I don't know, that you need to hopefully it'll resonate with someone, a plateau. So I want to say, like, for those that have reached a plateau, it's really to those that I'm speaking to, okay? If you've reached a plateau, now it is about you moving forward. It is about you not being afraid to push through the hard parts. Maybe those new ideas, let them in, change direction if need be. It may be difficult, but it is possible. Okay, absolutely possible. Because whenever the star card is out, that means that you can, and the potential is there to create the vision that you have within inside of you. Okay, that's it. I hope it helped people, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day.